Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making open-faced Croque Monsieurs. Alright, I'm starting out on a non-stick skillet. I have 2 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. I should say 2 tablespoons of butter. I melt it down. And I think I'm just going to get a little more flour, because that was just a hair over 2 tablespoons of butter that I left on a stick. And I'm going to stir this into a paste or a roux. It's going to work as a thickening agent. We're making a cheese sauce. And I'm just going to put a hair more flour in there, guys. If you measure exact, it'll come out perfect for you the first time, but anybody who knows me knows I really don't measure, at least for the most part. And that's about right there. You just want it as a paste. And you want to fry this for a minute to get the flour taste out of your roux. Turn that down to medium. You don't want to brown it, you just want to fry it for a minute, or cook it for a minute, however you want to say. Alright, now I have a cup and a half of milk here. I'm going to whisk in here. And this I measured out. Because if you get too much milk, it's going to be soupy. You don't get enough milk, it's going to be thick like gravy. Or like wet cement. Okay, I'm going to bring that up to a gentle boil. Alright, now that this is starting to bubble up, and I'll stop stirring for a minute so you can see it's starting to bubble. I'm going to turn my heat down to medium, and we're going to put in our seasonings. I'm going to add in about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper. You could also use white pepper, I have it, but I'm just using black. And I'm going to put in just a little bit of nutmeg. Give that a stir. And boy, that nutmeg smells good, guys. Alright, now I have some Gruyere cheese I shredded up. I'm going to add about half of it, and this was a 6-ounce block. I'm going to add about half of it into the cheese sauce. And I'm going to stir that around. And I'm going to turn this down on low and allow it to cook gently for about 5 minutes, stirring it occasionally. You don't want to walk away because you don't want that to scorch in your pan, and that's why you want to leave it on low. Alright, while our cheese sauce stands by, I have some ciabatta rolls here. I'm just using 1/2 for each sandwich because they're open faced. And I have some prepackaged Black Forest deli ham. And the reason I bought the prepackaged rather than getting it from Walmart's deli is we did the online order, and if you ask them for a pound of ham, they give you like a big thick slices of it, and you want this thin slice for this. So I'm going to go ahead and put about 3 slices on each sandwich. Alright, now that I have all my ham on the rolls, I'm going to take that cheese sauce. Let me turn this off, part of my reach. And I'm going to put some cheese sauce over each one. And I'll go back over and hit them again once I get them all covered with the excess cheese sauce. You just want to make sure you have enough for each sandwich. Alright, now that I have all of my sandwiches covered with all of the cheese sauce, set that aside, off of the heat. I'm going to take the rest of that Gruyere cheese that we have left, and I'm going to sprinkle it over each sandwich. And guys, these are going to be cheesy and delicious. And you see why I have my pan lined with parchment paper, because that way I don't have a messy pan when I'm done. And I'm going to put these in a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes till the cheese is all melted and nice and bubbly. Alright guys, these just came out of the oven. They were in there for about 8 to 10 minutes. Cheese is nice and melted, starting to brown on top. They're ready to go. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. I also went ahead and served this with some onion rings. Let me get in here and give this a try. Try to get some ham on there. And here the bread is crunchy. Make sure we get it. There's some ham on there. It's crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. You get that cheese sauce, creamy, cheesy, really delicious. You get that nice warm ham. Guys, that's really delicious and it wasn't hard at all. Alright, there you have it, open-faced Croque Monsieurs. Thanks for watching, and remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.